Hi everyone, and today I'm going to do a tutorial on how to make animations in Obby Creator. This was inspired by a comment that someone commented down below, and yeah, I'm gonna fulfill their wish and show you how to make an animation. Now of course there's different types of animations, but I'm going to do the type of animation I showed in the Chug Jug video. So basically this animation is like where you make several frames and then time the buttons correctly. So the first step we have here is make a conveyor line. Don't shrink it afterwards, just keep it at the same size. And yeah. One thing to note before I get started is that this requires around 100 parts. So yeah, you want to start with the smallest one, and you want to make it around 0.5 so it's easier to click. Extend it a little bit. Then add a little bit more for your push block. And yeah, we are using push blocks. Just like so. And as you can see, we need to adjust the settings of this button right here. So this is what you want to do. Now, if you want very smooth animation, I suggest going for 0.2. But if you're not into that, let's do a simple 0.5. After that, you don't want it to be a timer. Put it to visible, and then you want it to be push block activated. We're gonna get to this part later, but basically that's what you want. But for testing purposes, we want to keep the timer on. Afterwards, we're gonna turn it off. After which, we're gonna put another timer, and we're gonna see how far each one goes. So we're gonna adjust it. Now this conveyor, we also wanted to put it down to 4, just like that. Make it slow. Oh, I forgot to make it non-collide. My bad. Okay, after you make it non-collide, you have to time it to see when it goes off. You want to make it as close as possible without them overlapping. Basically meaning that there's 2 signals at the same time. An example of this is like this, where like 2 of them are going off at the same time. You don't want that. Okay, that's good. Now we want to find the axis this is on, and it seems to be on this axis right here. So you want to take this number and then this other number and see how far in between these are. And as we can see, do some math. This is around 2.5. 2.15. Just like so. And then we want to make a bunch of buttons. Just like that. Okay, that should be good. Around 20 buttons should be good, but it really depends on your animation. For the sake of this video, I'm not going to put too many, but I'll just keep it like that. Okay. So you want to go back to your regular snap grid. And then you want to know what you want to animate. For this, I'm gonna animate walking in place. So if you want an animation which stays in place, you want to make a white line just like this up in the air. And then you want to make it white. You can make it any color, but I'll make it white for demonstration purposes. After that, you want to make your character. It doesn't have to be something. It doesn't have to be a character, it can be literally anything you want. So we're gonna do, let's do a noob. Okay, we're done. And yeah, this is our character. And so how do we line up with this white little panel? So what you want to do is, you want to put it in the most basic form. You want to put it like a T-pose. So now you want to put this right up against the white little block. Just like this. Now you want to make the frame. So let's make this guy walk. Walk in place. So we're going to make another one. And then we're going to make a single frame. Let's make it in his default state. And then he's going to start walking. What you want to animate is totally up to you, but it takes a little bit of practice. But after a while, it starts to become second nature of what you should do. After this default state, you then wanna go to the next frame where he actually starts walking. Now you have to be a little bit realistic. Remember, this is gonna be very slow because it's 0.5, but yeah, it's gonna be a little bit slower than usual. And you also want to prepare for the following frames, like the frames after it, like way after it. So he puts his foot down, just like so. Now walking in place is actually pretty difficult. Yeah, it's pretty difficult because you want them to walk in place but not move at all. Yeah, that's good. Just imagine they're moving, but then make it so they are all in the same place. Now there's several types of animation in this game, but like you can do something where it like moves around, like bounces around, or you can do something with time parts as well. Now time parts aren't the best for two reasons. They don't have, you can't adjust the time it is on and off. It only adjusts for both of them. And then you want to use your first state, perhaps, as the last one. Okay, the next one is a little bit trickier, but it'll work. Okay, so next you want to link your button to the first animation, and then so on and so forth. It's tricky because you might skip a button. That's not good. Now you can delete any excess ones. It's not very good. Let me do that. Okay. Now you can delete any excess ones, of course. That makes total sense. But yeah, I have to redo this one. Let me do that quickly. Last one. Just like that. Okay, after you do that, you can remove like the extending conveyor. And then the last step is actually not the last step. But to finish this off right here, you wanna put a respawn part just like that. Now this is the harder step, but it's important. Next, you want to move all of these onto this. Now you want to delete this one, this basis one. It's just a reference to if you like mess up. Now you can also copy these over just in case you want to redo the animation. But the first one really matters. And then you want to line it up with like the body of some sort. Since the body in this animation doesn't move, you can use that as your Now sometimes doing it this precise can take a very long time. So only do this if you want like a really good animation, or if it's actually important. So yeah, do that. Okay, I'm finishing up, and after you're done, you should get this pile of several frames. And this is a good thing. Don't worry, you did not mess up anything. Now, after that, you want to turn this all non-collide and transparent. Now, this is the final step, which is the best one. You get to place the final push block. And just like that, you will get a cool animation. And this one isn't very good, but maybe if I sped it up, you can speed it up by doing the following. First, cut your animation time in half. just like so. So let's do 0.25. Oh, you can't do that. Okay, let's do 0. And then you want to divide the previous time by the new time, and that will give you a number, and you have to take off that fraction. So in this case, we want to turn it from that to that. So this might take some math. Okay, after doing some math, I decided that it's 10. Just like that, 10. So you might get some overlapping frames if you're not lucky, or some missing frames, but generally it'll work. But yeah, that's how you do animations, which is a pretty simple one. Let me put this a little bit further so there's no delay. But yeah, that's how you make them animations. Now, of course, you can do a lot more with this, and yeah. Now, there's better ways to do this if you're just using just one block, and if you want to animate that. But in general, this is a way to make something like walk, for example. So thanks for watching, and subscribe for more things and tutorials. I'm gonna do another how to engineer video later this week, probably on like Saturday, so stay tuned for that. If you're wondering why I'm slacking on that, it's because I was expecting for Mario to update the button link limit, but he hasn't, so I'm gonna make the video now. And yeah, that button link limit applies to a lot of projects. I stopped the calculator project because I thought Mario was gonna increase the button link limit. He didn't. Same thing with the simulator project, and yeah, a lot of projects. So can you please urge Mario to change the button link limit? If he has a good reason for it, then sadly I cannot continue with those projects, and that's what has happened to them. And if you have any more questions, comment them down below. Anyways, thanks for watching, and see you then.